All right, so the first place that I go to find a winning product is on Amazon. So whether you're based in America or the UK, it doesn't really matter. You can go to amazon.co.uk, amazon.com, and then I'm going to show you a specific way that I find products using Amazon. So what I'm going to do is start off on the homepage just like this. And then what you do next is come to this section here where it says best sellers. So I'm just going to click on that. And then once you're here, there's going to be so many different categories that you can choose from. So depending on what type of product you want to sell, you're going to choose whatever categories here. So as we can see, there's beauty, books, baby products. But what I'm going to do is click on the electronics and photo category. So once I'm on this page, what I'm going to do is look at all of these different subcategories right here. So the one that I'm going to choose today is car and vehicle electronics. So as you can see, Amazon breaks it down into number 1, number 2, number 3, etc. And it goes on and on. But once you're on this page, it doesn't necessarily matter what product you pick, because if a product is on this best sellers page, it means that there's a high chance that the product is going to sell no matter what number it's on. So I'm just going to scroll through and look for a product that I believe is going to sell well. Another thing that you might want to do once you're on this page is look for a product that's being sold for a decent amount. And when I say decent amount, I'm talking over £10, maybe £20, £30. The higher that you can go, the better, because the higher the product is being sold, it means that there's going to be less competition, because not everyone wants to invest their money into buying a product that's going to cost them a lot of money. So I'm not necessarily saying that you should use all your life savings to go for the most expensive product, but between £20 to £50, that's the price point that I've seen decent profit margin. So try to look for a product between this range, depending on your budget. But if you do have a little bit more money to invest in your business, or a little bit more in terms of your eBay selling limit, then you might want to go for a product that's over £30. So if we look at this product here, that's number 17, it looks like a front and rear camera for cars. We can see that it has over 10,000 reviews and is currently being sold for $42.99 on Amazon. So this product looks like a decent one for me to sell as well, because it's not so large and it looks like it can fit in a small size box, which means that the shipping is going to be decent. So if I want to drop ship it or if I want to import it, it's not going to cost too much in terms of shipping fees. So that's a good sign so far. So now that I know that this product is on the Amazon bestsellers page, what I'm going to do is head over to eBay and use eBay's research tool that they give to all their sellers, which is called TerraPeak. And I'm going to show you how I use TerraPeak to double check to make sure that the product is definitely being sold well on eBay. All right, cool. So I've just jumped onto eBay's homepage, and what I'm going to do is type in dual car camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is just have a look at the title of the first item. So as we can see, it says 4-inch in-car camera recorder, dual front and rear. So now that I've got this information, it also says dash cam night. I'm just going to go over to TerraPeak and type in the specific keywords from the number 1 car camera that's being sold. All right, so I've just jumped onto TerraPeak, and if you want to find TerraPeak, what you do is that you just go to research and go to TerraPeak product research. You're only going to be able to access it if you have an eBay selling account and you're currently selling. I'm not sure on the particular, requirements nowadays for you to have TerraPeak, but I know if you definitely have a eBay selling account and you're selling items here and there, then you're going to be able to access it. So it's very useful. I do use this tool, and I also use Zeek Analytics. And if you want to use Zeek Analytics, if you don't have an eBay selling account, you can use the link down below. But this tool is very useful. So now that we're on this page, what I've done is I've typed in 4-inch dual car camera night, and I've set the date range to August, because right now we're in September 2021, just so that I can see, what it did last month, so that I can have an idea of what it's going to do in the following months. So this is just what I personally do. I believe it's a good way to do it. And what I've also done is that I've selected new, best offer accepted, and fixed price as the filters. The reason why I do this is because I'm going to be selling the item as new. I'm not going to be selling used ones. So I don't necessarily want eBay to tell me the data for any items that are used. And I'm also going to be using best offer accepted, because this is a great way to get your product ranked higher in the eBay search results. If you use best offer accepted, eBay will actually push your listing to the top of the search results. Not necessarily to the top, but they will definitely push you higher and higher, because you're giving the customer a few more opportunities to buy the item. So I also put best offer accepted because I'm going to be personally using best offer accepted. And I also select the filter, which is fixed price. This is because I'm going to be selling the item as buy it now, which means that people can buy it straight away, which is the same as fixed price. So that's the reason why I select fixed price. I'm not going to be selling it as an auction. I'm going to be selling it for buy it now, which is the same as fixed price. So the next thing that I like to look out for is the sell-through rate. Now, as you can see, this product has a 42.44% sell-through rate, which is really, really good. It's above average. Ideally, when it comes to using the data from TerraPeak, I like to look for a product that has 30% sell-through rate or higher. The closer that you can can get to 100%, the better, but 42.44% is really good. And I also like to look at the total sales. We can see that this particular item was able to generate £24,000 amongst every single seller that is selling dual front and rear cameras for cars. So that's not too bad, and there's only 55 sellers as well, so that's pretty decent. If we just scroll down, we can see that the seller that was able to make the most money from this particular product was able to generate almost £10,000 last month from this one product, from this one listing. We can see that they were able to sell over 430 different units in August alone. So that's really good. It shows that this product is performing well if one seller is able to do that. So this product is a good product to start off with if you want to build some sort of a car business, or if you just want to have a consumer electronics business on eBay. It's very good, but you're probably wondering to yourself, but Sam, how am I going to import it or drop ship it or sell it? Where am I going to find the product? So as you guys know, I like to use Alibaba.com when it comes to finding my suppliers. I've been using this website for many years now. But when it comes to drop shipping the product, what you can do is that you can scroll down here, and then you're going to see this section here where it says drop shipping, and then what you're going to do is just click on that section. All right, so once you're on this page, what you can do is type in the item that you're looking for. So I'm just going to type in dual car camera. Okay, so once you do that, it's going to bring up all of the different results for all of the different type of products that they sell. So I'm just going to scroll through and look for a similar one to the one that we was looking at on eBay, which is roughly this one. So I'm just going to click on it and show you what you can do when it comes to drop shipping it. So once you've created your account and you've got your Alibaba account set up, what you need to do is come to this page, and then what you're going to be able to do is add the product to your import list, and then you're basically going to pay for the item once you make a sale, and then this supplier is going to ship it to your customer. Now the main thing that you need to look out for is the amount of years that the supplier has been there. As we can see, this one's only been there for 1 year, so you're not necessarily going to want to use this one. I like to use suppliers that have been there for over 6 or 7 years. That's the best way for me to know whether or not I'm dealing with a supplier that knows what they're doing, and there's a less likelihood of me getting scammed as well. So look out for that. Make sure that the supplier's been there for more than 5, 6, 7 years. But the main thing that you need to look out for once you find a supplier that's been there for a certain amount of years is how long it's going to take for the customer to receive their order. So as we can see, this product is going to cost us £12.33, and the shipping cost is going to be £7.83, but the estimated delivery is going to be between the 7th of October to the 14th of October. Right now it is the 16th of September, so it's going to take almost a month for the customer to receive their order, which is not necessarily a good thing. So these are the things that you need to think about, is that when it comes to drop shipping the item, it's going to take some time for your customer to receive the order, which is not necessarily a good thing on eBay, because you're going to get negative feedback. They're going to open up a case, and there's so many other sellers there that are able to offer quicker delivery. So this is something you need to bear in mind when it comes to drop shipping. But if you do want to drop ship this product from Alibaba.com, you can scroll through this page and then maybe look for another supplier that's going to be able to offer you quicker shipping. So you don't necessarily need to go with that one that I showed you. There's so many other suppliers that you can go with that offers quicker shipping, and it might be cheaper. So have a look, and do bear in mind as well, there's so many other ways that you can drop ship. You don't need to use Alibaba.com. I've got a full step-by-step video coming out real soon when it comes to drop shipping on eBay, start to finish, what you need to know, and the best supplier to use and the best agent to use in China to get the cheapest shipping and the fastest shipping possible. But that's what you need to know when it comes to drop shipping the item. Now, if you want to source the product and import it in bulk, what you're going to do is go back to the home page. So once you're back on the main home page, what you're going to do is type in the item in the main search bar. Okay, so I've just typed in dual car camera, and I'm going to click on search. Okay, so once you're here, again, the main thing you need to look out for is the amount of years that the supplier has been on the platform. We can see that this one's been there for 3 years, so that's what we're looking out for. So I'm just going to scroll down and look for the item that we found on eBay. Okay, so here's one that's been there for 4 years, so it's not too bad. I'm just going to click on this one just so that I can show you what I look out for. Okay, so as we can see, if we order between 5 pieces and 99 pieces, it's going to cost us £14 each. So we're going to have to invest some money up front for us to be able to get this product. And we're also going to have to pay some sort of shipping fee as well. I believe the shipping is £23. So in total, it's going to cost us £95 for us to source this product in terms of getting 5 pieces. And then from there, we can work out our profit and price the item the way that we need to get our profit. So that's basically what you need to do when it comes to finding a supplier on Alibaba.com. Another thing that I've been doing recently when it comes to sending money to new suppliers is using trade assurance right there. So trade assurance is basically Alibaba's form of payment. So previously what I used to use is PayPal, and I still use it now and then, but I've recently started testing out trade assurance. So I'm going to let you guys know how it goes and if I've had any issues. I've sent over $10,000 so far to various different suppliers using trade assurance, and I've not necessarily had any issues so far. So you might want to look at using trade assurance. You know, it's a way of basically protecting your money. Alibaba will hold on to the funds to make sure that you receive your goods, and once you're happy with your order and you've received everything, that's when Alibaba will now release the money to the supplier. So there's so many other things that you need to be aware of when it comes to communicating with the suppliers and Alibaba. And again, there's so many other ways for you to find agents and suppliers that are going to be able to drop ship the products directly to your customer at a cheap price. I'm working on these videos. I'm currently editing them right now. So make sure that you subscribe down below and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss these videos when they come out. If you found any value in this particular video, don't forget to press the like button. It really helps out the channel in a big way. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.